Hi Grace family, welcome back to the channel. If you see me for the first time, I am Sister Anastasia Grace. Welcome. And yes, so today is October the 1st, and today let me just start by praying for you all and your beautiful families. I pray the Lord continues to bless you, guide you, protect and provide for you all in both the going out and coming in. Amen. All right, so today is October the 1st, and there's a lot that I want to share with you because today is a pivotal day for this entire year that we have so far. And today is actually filled with so many things that the mainstream media may have told you. Did they go into details? Did they pinpoint certain things? I am here as usual, of course, to not only give you the headline but also the truth behind the headline, and also to make sure that you understand as children of God where we stand in all of this. All right, so let me just start by listing the main, most obvious distraction that they have been using for the past couple of months. And as we are in this time frame, right, it has basically amplified, and they have just turned up the energy and the excitement around the whole Diddy case and the Diddy situation and all his victims and everything that's happening. All right, so let me tell you right now, the Diddy case is a distraction. And when I list these three things that even starting today, October the 1st, it's happening currently, you are going to see why I said it's a distraction. So today on October the 1st, Iran dropped over or fired over 200 missiles in Israel. And if you did not know, Israel and Iran are at war basically at this point. And then Iran did this today on October the 1st. They fired back, they retaliated, and they are also threatening whoever comes to the defense of Israel. Okay, so stick a pin right there because we're going to come full circle back to that. Okay, so next I'm going to share a video with the chief negotiator when it comes to the ports, right, and the workers that are, you know, in the union and everything. And he's going to explain how starting on October the 1st there will be a strike that they will be doing, and he will go into detail how, if these, in Jamaica we say WAF, right, workers stop doing their jobs, how it will affect the entire country of the United States. At any point in any country, if the ports, wharfs workers are not doing their jobs, it will be detrimental. It will be so not good. And that story, again, stick a pin because it is going to come back around full circle as I break everything down at the end of listing them and giving you the evidence and giving you the videos and the insight. At the end, we will go back into them and show you, I will show you what the Lord said to me.
But today's world, it's changing into the future. They're not making millions no more. They're making billions, and they're spending it fast as they make it. I want a piece of that for my men, because when they made their most money was during COVID. When my men had to go to work on those piers every single day, when everybody stayed home and went to work. Not my men. They died out there with the virus. We all got sick with the virus. We kept them going. From Canada to Maine to Texas, Great Lakes, Puerto Rico, now the Bahamas, everybody went to work during COVID. Nobody stayed home. Well, I want to be compensated for that. I'm not asking for the world. They know what I want. They know what I want. And if they don't, well, then I have to go into the street and we have to fight for what we rightfully deserve. These people today don't know what a strike is.
Right.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a Taft-Hartley on you. Go ahead. Taft-Hartley means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the companies money to pay their salaries. Well, they went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. And in today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody does.
Now, the third thing, October the 1st, is the hurricanes that are happening and how they amplify today. And also, did you know that it's 3 hurricanes that are set to hit Florida, to hit that section of America?
And do you see that says October 11th? And there's another one right there brewing. There's 3 hurricanes.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son.
And why? Why 3 hurricanes back to back? What do they... And I say this to say because I'm assuming that you all already know that this is HARP. Okay, so if you did not know, now you know. So why, you say, are they attacking this specific area of the United States? It is known that that area has a lot of lithium. And I'm also going to share a video where it goes into why they're attacking, why they sent these hurricanes to this specific area in America. This specific area is a lithium mine. It's a lithium minefield. Okay, but guess what's on that lithium minefield? People's houses. I will stop it there because the video is going to go into detail, Saint, of how this, what they're doing, because I'm assuming you all know that it's they're doing, right? Okay, how what they're doing, Saint, is for a greater purpose for them. So watch this video, and as I said, wait for the full circle effect as I come back with my commentary.
Can I tell you what I find suspicious? That one of the areas affected by Hurricane Helene is the world's largest lithium deposit, and the DoD just entered into an agreement with this company right here to mine lithium for electric cars starting in 2025. Now that area is completely devastated. This was a $90 million agreement between the DoD and this company right here to get Kings Mountain, North Carolina lithium mine up and running by 2030. If that area has been inundated, is in a disaster zone, then the government can come in and do eminent domain, and they can pay you what it was worth 5 years ago rather than what it's worth right now. Imagine that your home has turned into a watery lot and the government comes to you and says, hey, I'll pay you what you paid for it. You're gonna take it and you're gonna go, right? What do you think is going to happen right here now that they want this lithium mine up and running by 2025, 2030 at the latest? Back in 1947, we had the Florida-Georgia hurricane, or Hurricane 9, and it was the first hurricane to be targeted for weather modification. What happened was General Electric, the U.S. Navy, the Army, the Air Force, they pour dry ice into this hurricane using airplanes to see what would happen. Would they slow it down? Well, what happened was it slowed down a little bit, but it turned west really sharp. Let me show you. This is the path that the hurricane took in 1947. Does it look similar to you? Probably not. It's a coincidence, right? Moving on. I'm sure this is just another coincidence, but do you know who owns the most shares in that lithium mine? BlackRock and Vanguard.
All right, so now that you all have that information in your cranium, in your frontal lobe, I just want to get into it, and let's start from the back. So remember, I just mentioned to you that they are attacking this specific area in America with these hurricanes, right? And why are they attacking this area? You just watched the video. Now let's get into it. Lithium-6 reacts with a neutron to produce tritium, the most important thermonuclear material for weapons. So it is needed to make weapons. Since what's happening now is no joke, and no dedicates, and no, and not to not acknowledge the victims and what they went through, but I'm telling you that it's a distraction, and he's just a pawn in their game. He is being used, and what's happening to him is that the devil came to collect. Remember, I spoke to you all about Hollywood and what each and every one of them have to do, and when the devil comes to collect, they have to make themselves available. Yes, so he's the next Epstein. He's the next one. So what will happen with him? Whether they will allow him to survive, or what happened to Ep, who knows? And that's very unfortunate that you will sell your soul, and when it comes to the reaping, you have no control over what they decide to do with you. Now that they've pulled that card, the Diddy card, to distract us and to make us so disgusted, because I'm sure most of you have heard just little details of the case, and it's disturbing. So once we are distracted with that saint, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. I say to you all, day in and day night, that we are in the end, and it's no joke. And the Lord is so faithful, because these signs he's showing us, and they see that he's showing us, because they can't hide their hand. But what do? They get a puppet, one of their puppets, and dangle it, controlling him from the top and distracting the masses. But saints, do not be distracted, and I want you to share this video, because what they're doing is preparing for World War III while we're here being distracted. And the next distraction is November the 4th. Saints, do not allow yourself to be distracted. So you see, I started from the back, and I told you why they want this lithium, and it's sad how they plan to get it. And it's not even a plan, it's being done. So it's not a if, but, nor maybe, as we say here in Jamaica. It is a fact. Now let's talk about, circling back to what is happening with the port workers, and how they also have something to do with the agenda of the devil, the agenda of the 8 families at the top. How they have a major role to play, and they are starting today, October the 1st, planning to play that role. Saints, when the ports are not working, there will be a food shortage. The same food shortage that I've been speaking about for years. The same food shortage that I spoke about not too long ago in a video when I made the reference with the Egyptian, with Joseph, and the famine, the fattening stage and the famine stage. And the Lord spoke to me and told me that when they do this and they cause this food shortage, it is going to then be used as a ploy to get the men to go and fight for them, to get the men to join the army. Because guess what? When you join the army, the navy, the entire situation that they have there, right? When you join them, become a marine, you are promised at least one good meal a day. And when starvation hits, trust me, that one good meal a day is going to look very, very tempting. It's not even going to be a second thought for some people, especially the men that live in the cities and will still be living in the cities when this happens. I could get up. Saints, are you catching everything that I'm saying? Because I don't want this to fly over your head. I've been gone, but not for a reason. The Lord wanted me to come back today. The Lord wanted me to bring this word to you. The Lord wanted me to give you this revelation today. And the first story that I told you all about, which will now be the last because it's the most obvious. This is the epistle of everything, this cherry. We're in the home stretch now, right? We're in the home stretch with this last one that I want to just get back into, and that is a fact that Iran attacked Israel. So many people, most of the world is not taking it serious. But it's very serious, saints. It's very serious, because what we see happening now is the trickle, is the beginning of World War III. And all that they're doing is just preparing while they're distracting, and they're distracting, and they're distracting. Because we know next will be Jay-Z and Beyonce and all. Listen, Hollywood has fallen. It is going down. There's no more up from here. It is going down, and once that machine starts going down, you know that they mean business. There's going to be so much more exposure, so much more people being put to the front, and will pay the price for all the things that they did to the innocent people. Just all the victims, listen, they are going to pay the price. And the handlers definitely don't care. They just know that, boop, it's time to use this piece. Yeah.